Hello everyone, Wydra91 here. I am recording this for the purpose of documentation, just to make sure that the TrackIR team has everything that they can do, and I can say I've done everything I can do to facilitate the expeditious fix of what I feel to be a kind of serious issue for us flight simmers, but I don't see a whole lot of people complaining about it, so we'll see what everybody thinks. I wanted to kick this off in the camera's view so that you can see that I am well centered on the with the camera on my track clip hat. The hat is at the same height as the camera, which is sitting on top of my monitor directly in front of me. Let's see. What else? Trying to think. I've set the camera rotation to 0, obviously, because there's no roll on the camera. Light filter threshold I've got set pretty high because occasionally my collar seems to catch the IR light, but it's only when I look up that it's an issue. And yeah, so moving forward, speed and smoothing is set to what I believe are the default values, and I'll go ahead and get into the issue at hand. So I'll shift into 3D view for it. You'll see that currently I've got it fairly well centered. Yawing to the left looks fine. There's a little bit of roll happening there, and I'll get into that in a minute. To the right looks fine. Up, just fine. Down, just fine. No issues there. If I roll while looking straight ahead, it seems to do okay. Now, the moment I turn my head to 90 degrees and roll, you'll notice that it is pitching the view, and if you look carefully up here, you will see that I am in fact rolling my head. I am not looking up or down, I'm just rolling my head left and right, and you'll see that at the 90-degree mark it's rolling as if I were still looking straight ahead to the 0 that's off this direction. If I go this way, you'll see the same effect happens at this 90 degree. And if, let's see how coordinated I am for this. Oh boy, it gets really confusing because now it's inverted. Once you go past 90, your roll inverts. And at 180 degrees, when I tilt my head left, it tilts right. And when I tilt my head right, it tilts left. Now, here's an interesting thing. And this is what gives me cause to believe that the roll axis is not translating when I tilt in regards to true view. Because if I tilt my head to 30 degrees and roll, you'll notice it's tracing a circle around that 0-degree point. Okay, so you see that it does that right there. Quite frustrating. And you'll see that it does the same thing on this side. It's tracing it. It's really difficult. It's tracing it around the 180 degree. Let's see. Moving forward. True view for everything else seems to work fine. So zoom in, zoom out. It is doing that in the direction that I'm facing. But yeah, you'll see that, as a matter of fact, if you even watch the head here, you'll see that it is not behaving as my actual head is behaving. So let's go ahead and just do a quick check to make sure that 1-to-1 doesn't fix the problem. Yeah, now it's just not as pronounced, but it's still not rolling at all. Especially at that 90 degree, you'll see that it's pitching instead of rolling, and if I pitch, you get the same effect. So pitch is fine. It's not getting them mixed up. It's just that the roll axis is not translating from dead ahead, and obviously that's going to cause some confusion and issues. So let's see. Trying to think of any other possible issues that I can think of, and that's about it. I do have game updates, but that's just a game update. That's not an actual update to the software. The software itself is fully up to date. Now, turning off True View, you'll see that now, I mean, obviously it's tracking that XY, no problem, but you still have the same issue when rolling your head left to right. So hopefully that's enough information for you guys over at TrackIR to go ahead and get us squared away so that I'm not having this weird issue. Again, I am using a track clip. I am not using a track clip Pro. I don't know anybody who does use one. If anybody who does use it, if you could do us a huge favor and test it and tell us whether or not you're having that issue, that would be glorious. So as you can see, with or without TrueView turned on, you still have the problem. So yeah, and actually, you know what, just out of curiosity, yeah, you'll see that with pitch shut off, where pitch does nothing, looking up and down does nothing, it's still pitching at 90 degrees. So roll is just not translating. It's pretty evident that that's the issue at this point. Hopefully you guys are able to figure it out. All right, good luck.